Okay, so for this code, this is assignment one. I have my employee fields, which stores all the employee prompts, which you'd be asked about later in the code, followed by the type of employee, which only takes two, and then followed by that, it's also the items field, which only prompts you with three things for the items. And then I have four employees already in the system, and I also have four items in the system. And these employees and items are also stored in a list that's outside a function. So the first function I have is the add employee function. Oops. So I have an empty list already. So for f in employee field, so example, not example, sorry, wrong word. So since I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, for 7 uh, things in employee fields, it'll prompt you 7 times to input the following fields. So example, if I do this, it would give you ID. So now once you input the ID, it's going to ask, is the ID valid? So it goes into the valid function, which is this. So it checks if the ID is a number. And once that's checked, it also checks if if it's sorry, it transforms the ID into an integer after that. And then after that, it also checks is the ID unique, if it's taken or not. So if it's taken, it will give you a text saying it's taken. If not, it'll accept it. And then it breaks and it adds it to the employee list. So then it goes on to the next input for the next fields and so on. And it keeps adding it to the fields, keeps adding it to the employee, and it basically makes the employee. So if I can show you an example of this, basically it's asking for you, like right here, ID. So ID 1's taken, so as you see it's invalid or taken. If I put 56, it's not taken. So, yep. So now employee type, only accepts hourly or manager. So see it works. Keeps going down and down. So once we're done with this, it moves on to the, sorry, moves on to the which is the continue or exit, which is another function I call later on, which is in the employee program. So usually it would prompt you if you would like to add another one. If not, exits. And then once you exit, it'll ask you if you want to go back to the menu or exit. So I'll exit here just to show more of the code. So we keep going down. Have the item one basically, same thing as the employee, it's just different fields and also different names. And then once we go down, we just have the item list, which displays the items. We also have the employee, which displays the employees. And then I have my three menu functions. So I get the print menu, as you can see, it just prints it out. This is basically a print menu, which gets called by the get menu option, which basically is the function that grabs your input of an integer and basically gets called also in the employee program. And then for the function employee program where most of it is, so its choice gets, basically it runs the get menu option. So it gives you a choice. And now if the choice is equal to 1, it basically adds employee, as you can see. If it's number 2, it basically asks for the item number, as you can see, which I'll do example of. Now it gives you the prompt like earlier, which I call it here. If I do yes, it will repeat itself. If I hit no, it'll exit. And then if I hit yes again, I'll go back to the menu. Keeps going down. 3 I did not do yet. That's still in development. But I have the items that it pastes there for you if you like to see. And then for 4, basically paste all the employees that were added or was added or is already in the list. And then I have 5, which is to exit the program.